Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to talk about three main concepts in phonology. The first one is a phoneme. We are going to see what do we mean by a phoneme, also what do we mean by an allophone, and the last one is a minimal pair. Let's start with a phoneme. A phoneme is a mental representation, okay? It is the sound that we intend to pronounce. Also, a phoneme is called a communicational reality. Why it is actually called a communicational reality? Because it contrasts meaning. Okay, a phoneme is a sound which exactly contrasts meaning. For example, if we change a phoneme or if we replace a phoneme with another one, the meaning is contrasted and the meaning changes. For example, map and man. If we replace, for example, p with n, the meaning changes. Okay, map, man. Okay, or for example, we have cat and we have cut. Cut, for example, to cut something, and we have the noun or we have the animal, for example, the pet, cat. Okay, so if we replace, let's say, a with a, the meaning changes. Okay, and it's very important to bear in mind when talking about phonology and phonetics. Here we are talking about sounds. Okay, we are not talking about alphabets. Okay, so if we replace a phoneme with another one, the meaning changes. Okay, it's not about the alphabets. Okay, it's about the sounds. For example, set and sat, set and sat. So let's sum up. A phoneme is a sound which contrasts meaning. Okay, this is a phoneme. So if we replace a phoneme with another one, the meaning changes. Okay, now let's see what do we mean by an allophone. An allophone is just a phonetic variant of a phoneme, which means a phoneme has different phonetic realizations. Okay, those realizations are actually called allophones. Allophones. For example, the phoneme t sometimes is pronounced as aspirated, like in the word, for example, t, t, for example, when it is followed by a stressed vowel. And also, for example, it is sometimes pronounced as a normal t, like in the word, for example, street. And also, let's say, t can be realized as flapped t, like in the word, for example, better, better, better. Here t is realized or is pronounced as a flapped t, better, better. Or for example, matter, matter. Okay, and also t can be realized as unreleased t. Okay, so t is unreleased whenever it is word final. For example, this is very common when it comes to American accent. Okay, for example, the word cat, an American would say cat, cat. So t is unreleased, okay, in specific environment. So these four realizations are actually called allophones. They are just allophones of the same phoneme, which is t. Okay, and also an allophone doesn't contrast meaning. It's the opposite of a phoneme. A phoneme contrasts, or a phoneme does contrast meaning. For example, if we change or if we replace, for example, a phoneme with another one, the meaning changes. For example, man, map. Okay, so p, for example, replaces n and the meaning is actually affected. Okay, but for example, the allophones don't contrast meaning. Whether if we say, for example, better or better or better or better, the meaning remains the same. Okay, also for street, whether we say straight or straight or anything, the meaning does not actually change. So this is the difference between a phoneme and allophone. Okay, a phoneme does change the meaning. Okay, so if we replace a phoneme with another one, the meaning actually changes. Okay, but an allophone is just a phonetic variant of one phoneme, which means a phoneme has different phonetic realizations. Okay, those realizations are actually called allophones. Now let's see what do you mean by a minimal pair. Minimal pair simply two words which are identical except in one sound segment. Okay, so and as I told you earlier is that when studying words phonologically speaking, we are talking about sounds. Okay, we're not talking about alphabets. Okay, for example, man, map, also ship and sheep, also bit and beat. Okay, those words are actually called a minimal pair.